Hey, my wonderful, wonderful, beautiful people. A pleasant evening to everybody. Beautiful and lovely people. Listen, I don't know if these are recycled videos, but I want to weep for my country, Jamaica, with what I'm seeing happening in the schools, especially with females. I've been seeing some students from the rural areas, and they have them in Kingston as well when you do the research. The way how they're acting, I mean, I'm wondering if decorum and class, emotional intelligence, mental ability, I mean, you name them, have eluded the classrooms. What is happening? How is it that they have this time when it's only and solely students in the classrooms? I can't recall a time when it's just students in classrooms, or maybe I've been in high school too long, because I can't. I know that you will have your break moments, lunchtime moments, and so on, but there's always somebody lurking around. Some teacher, somebody in, dean of discipline. I mean, I went to a Catholic school. I don't know, but there's always somebody lurking. So by the time, and there is always the class monitor who will go and talk. So I'm wondering, what is this? What is happening if the teachers are having their, for example, their teachers meeting, or they're having their lunch? You know what I mean? Normally the class is not left unmanned. There is a class monitor, the prefect, and remember, name all of them. And if they tell you, if as soon as somebody makes any trouble, you contact us, you call us. And you will have every now and again other teachers from other class passing by to see what is happening. So I'm still trying to figure out, how is it that, the class monitors or whomever it may be, the prefects, are just, is it that they're fearful for their lives? They're fearful in being beaten up? I don't know. But what the brawls that I'm seeing, especially among our women, it is unbelievable. I saw some videos where, I mean, I know what it is when you're angered. You're just charged up, so you're going to go. But I want to tell women, don't try and fight the men. God made them physically stronger. When I see these young girls going and try to fight these young boys where their hormones are raging and their testosterone alone talking, they will feel the blows like when two men are in a fist fight or in a boxing arena. They will feel that blow. The good thing with some of the videos, I saw one where two girls and the guy had to stand in the middle to ease both of them off. Just to show you how strong men are. I'm even bringing up that particular video. Two girls, and they still couldn't get through to each other to throw more blows, throw more hits, because the guy was there to stop them. He was the obstacle, he was a hindrance to them fighting, which is a good hindrance. And when you see the ladies, how they're behaving, it is so bad. It is so bad. It looks so bad. And I really am not trying to condemn anybody, believe me. None of us can condemn anyone. But we have to be very concerned for the future, because if this is not dealt with, these are young students, but they would have passed the formative years based on the age cohort. I call the formative years under the preteen years. So the baby to the preteen years, so 0 to 12, because those are the most influential years. Whatever is imparted in that baby to the child, to preteen, I am telling you, that is the adult you're going to see tomorrow. And it is only heaven can open its gate and come and create behavior changes or transformational changes. Outside of that, it just gets worse in a different way. They won't behave like, I mean, how you would see a baby crying if they don't get their way, but the way they will be cruel to people, evil to people, malevolent, sinister, and wicked. And that is why you find bullying in the workplaces, bullying in schools, bullying social groups, bullying. This is what took place when they were in high school most of the times. They either instigated it or they were an active participant. And it's women. I can now understand why men say there's some things that it's just not befitting for women. I don't know if it's a delicate nature of how we're made. We're made feminine with our two boobs and, a private area that is synonymous to us as women, and how we come across. We have that feminine touch, that feminine, way about us, the XX chromosome about us. And for us to delve into the Y chromosome, which speaks to masculinity, testosterone more and more. We're behaving as though we have two testicles, and the male genitalia, the way how we behave. Sometimes how I see the women behave, no class, no decorum. They do not embody Proverbs 31 any at all. And I know that this has a lot to do with what is allowed at the home, how they're treated at homes, how they're spoken to, how they're scolded or the lack thereof at homes. And this is why they behave this way. It is horrible. It was awful to see women behaving this way. Awful. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't like seeing the men bullying the others and beating on them. But it was just so bad seeing the women doing it. Quite a number of them in this brawl in schools. Trust me, we look at the most wild pen, whether it's a pig pen or goat pen or whatever it is, or chicken pen, and you don't even see the animals behaving this way unless something is thrown in there to scare them. But it's really bad, and I'm fearful for Jamaica of tomorrow. I don't know some of the fundamental principles to teach women how to be ladies and how to handle things with emotional intelligence have seemed to elude the schools, and the poor teachers are probably tired. They don't know what else to do. This is crazy. And they talk about prayer. We have to always pray without ceasing, as the Bible has instructed us to do. But if we're not going to be purposeful, it really makes no sense, because God knows the heart. If we're not going to be decisive and act, so it's not just prayer. That is why in the book of James it says faith without works is dead. We have to do our part. We know that we pray to God, but we have to do our part. Put measures in place. There must be an accountability framework that is set up. Maybe they need to bring back corporal punishment in some schools. Bring back prayer, bring back discipline, allow teachers to. You can't take autonomy from people and expect rebellion to not be the order of the day. There has to be rules, yes, relationships, so that you don't have rebellion. But if there is if no accountability framework is set up, and people are not held liable for their actions and attitudes, this will continue. It looks so bad. It looks bad. It's brawling. It is vulgar. It is lewd. It is crude when you see our women or young ladies behaving this way. It is bad when you see the men, especially when they bully them and try and harm them physically. It's hard to watch. And these are the men who tomorrow they're going to marry your daughter, who you can't get off of him because she's so in love in her mind, until a couple of the teeth start to go as time goes on, and the bruises after a while they probably can't heal because the poor body tired to be healing itself. What's happening in our schools? What is it that is going to be done? We have to put measures in place to stop this. This is crazy. When you see it, my heart bleeds, my heart aches, it pains. Anyway, guys, you know what to do with TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe. Please give me one of those fans. Have a good one.